Bayağı böyle 2-3 saat önce.
Dear journalists, we're not streaming, yes? We'll just inform you. So in around 10 minutes, we will have the speakers. I really hope we don't have Russian propaganda here or interfere. Hopefully, if we are in this setting, we will have a few speakers here. We hope to have the head of the delegation, Rustem Umerov, but also his deputy, Sergei Kislytsa. So I will bring them to you here as soon as they arrive. We will have probably a short statement by Umerov, and then Kislytsa a bit longer, maybe answer some of your questions. If they decide, maybe I will be here as well to answer some more of your questions. So this will be again around 10 minutes. Don't announce it yet because let's let them arrive. Okay, and we will be ready to proceed. Okay. Okay. The head of the Ukrainian delegation. No, Umerov and Kislytsa. Umerov and Kislytsa. Yes. I said, head of the Ukrainian delegation, Rustem Umerov, and his deputy, Sergei Kislytsa. You can go
Burak, Burak, doğrusunu atsana bana. Doğrusunu atsana.
So we don't broadcast it ourselves, but you are free to broadcast it. Yeah.
Потому что я стоял, я спиной столкнулся и задвинулся. Ну, сейчас все нормально. Нет, да нет, трошки проїздиш туди. Не піднявся.
Kask olamaz öyle. Öyle kask olmaz ya. Niye laf ediyorsun? Evet, ya. Öyle olunca. zevk kazanıyor bence. Bismillah. Biliyor musun? Sağ ol. Evet evet, herkes kuruldu. Bir 10 dakika olmadan başlayacak. Kim derken? Abi insan var ya. Nereden işte haber tutuyorum. Geliyor mu oğlum ya? Bir şey geliyor lan. Şöyle dedim, bir şey yok. Şöyle değil mi? Bildiğim değil yani.
Венчик, да. Уже на плече. Geliyor mu?
Yes. Ama içeri yok, hayır içeri yok.
Çağır elektrik gel.
Come on baby ya, come ya. Dayı yeter artık ya. Şuradan sandalye. Olmuyor kimse. Zaten ayakta duruyorlar. Sen şunu oradan görebiliyor musun? Bence baba. Şuradalar işte. Görüyorum. Rusya ben bir şey yapmadım. Saldırma. Bunlar savaş mı?
Arkadaşlar, guys, there is a request from the Ukrainian delegation. The delegation is going to come now in a couple of minutes. They are going to go inside the hotel. And the spokesperson is going to come out later. They are requesting not to move from your spots, please. Let them go in. We're not going to film them. And then he's going to come here and make a speech. Let's not make any mess here, okay?
Після того, що там було, логічно було сказати, давайте не будемо рухатись.
Oo, bu ne ya?
Аж сигнал просідає. У тебе скільки? 4?
Neredeyiz ya? Olma var. Oğlum bırakın azıcık çalışın ne olur. Yatıyorsun.
Там это городом.
Bir tane araba.
Просто їх дві, пізніше і телефон виклав.
Anladık abi. Girecekler.
Çünkü burayı bir bozarsak daha toparlayamayız. Не знаю, что сказать с этого приводу.
Теоретично ми зараз на 4700.
Он сейчас в сторону буде вітер.
Може бути. Ще знаєш, що більше настільки більше запускається і забивається. Навантаження частоту.
Да?
Senin ayağına rahat çıkıyorsun. Arabayı kalsın tamam. My friends will speak
А, понял. Питання, добре, що не мускали.
Да, я вже на 12 ЦБ. Вже ж самі голосували, самі не можете вийти вчасно. Не брав, але просто зарядка в машині.
Бо вона ж тільки тримає на все пару годин, так, якщо не помиляюсь?
Десь 2,5. Це витримає. Ну, зазвичай воно типу вистачає. А вчора, коли був заліз, я пішов, коротше, знайшов розетку і цього від розетки, і взагалі норм було. Вона просто вже старенька і в неї це трошки вже самотніше.
Бо ми з таким як працювали, то я без цього не виходив з дому.
Ні, вона більше ніж тримає. До 2 годин не може бути. Хтось там іде, чути, там я бачу.
Є, да? Є.
Пішли далі. Темніє, тупо темніє. Жорстко темніє. Ні, так тут хороша світосила, він витягує.
Если открыть дырку, помнишь, что это пересветик будет.
Чуєш?
Если открыть дырку, чтобы я пересветик.
Так я ж кажу, що в тебе є, а тут нема. А воно ще ж ти ж наїжджаєш і не закриваєш.
Так, поставить 25 децибел.
Та воно що робить?
Краще так, чим не дуже.
Ні, я вже тут піднімаю. Просто по мірі того, як знаєш, ми стоїмо, воно все темніше. Я починав з 3, а вже 15. Побач хмари, воно таке ж темніє, темніє.
Ну, вже останній акум в камері.
Ти ж нема?
4, всі сівші.
Блін, вони не підходять.
За день. А тебе скільки тримає?
Цей години 3.
Ну, у нас вже старенький просто, блядь. Якщо часа півтора витримає.
У мене є блін, вони на 2 контактах, вони не підходять. А на світлі теж мертвий?
Ні, там є як резерв, але там його на минут 35-40 зустрічає.
Та якраз на це вистачить.
Я думаю, мені всього хватить.
Кудись не знаю, але я бачу.
За нас, так. Дай.
Ага, окей, почалось.
So, dear media, I'm Ukraine's Foreign Ministry spokesperson. I will just brief you what will be now. We have with us the head of the Ukrainian delegation, Rustem, Umerov, Ukraine's defense minister. We are also joined by Vadim Skibitsky, who is the deputy chief of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, was also part of the delegation. And hopefully we will also have Sergei Kislitsyn, our first deputy minister. He is already here. Yes, good. Joining us. So what we will do is statements by our members of delegations, and then we will let them free. They are busy people having a lot of issues to do. But I will stay with you for a while to answer your questions, okay? We will start with Defense Minister of Ukraine, Rustem Umerov. Rustem, please.
Dear colleagues, first of all, we've been directed by President Zelensky to come for the negotiations. Our first priority was people, and that's why we negotiated to free 1,000 people, and we reached to a conclusion, reach to an agreement to exchange 1,000 people. It is an important achievement, and that once again shows that we are focused to finalize this war. The second objective was to discuss ceasefire. We exchanged on modalities, and our teams will be working on exchanging the details. The third objective was our president was expecting the high-level discussions in here, and I think the next step would be that the leaders-level meeting should be organized, and that would be our next step. So at this stage, we once again would like to reiterate Ukraine wants peace. Ukraine is focused to people, and we're able and capable to continue fight, but at the end of the day, we need to finalize this war. So thank you.
Thank you, Rustem. First Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is potentially a very good end to a very difficult day that is a result of many weeks of work of our leaders, of the President of Ukraine, of the United States, of President of Turkey, and our European partners, Prime Ministers and Presidents. The tentative success of today's negotiations is still to be consolidated. That means that the pressure on the Russian Federation must continue. We should not really relax at this point. And there are many issues that can be resolved if only the leaders can meet, because given the complexity of the issues and given the nature of the Russian Federation, where practically every single issue that is at stake can only be resolved by President Putin, we are looking forward for having the summit sooner than later. The fact that one of the results of today's discussion is a possible exchange of 1,000 against 1,000 persons is an excellent news, potentially excellent news for 1,000 probably families in Ukraine. And if only for that result, we had to go here guided by our leaders. Thank you.
Thank you, Vadim.
Всім доброго дня. Сьогодні, мабуть, один із таких важливих елементів наших переговорів – це досягнення згоди російської сторони на повернення наших громадян, наших українців додому. Російська сторона погодилася здійснити обмін 1,000 осіб. Найближчим часом, а вже починаючи з сьогоднішнього дня, ми опрацьовуємо списки тих осіб, які будуть повернені на батьківщину. Ми маємо нормальний досвід роботи з російською стороною. Ви знаєте, що нам повернули тіла наших загиблих героїв. Через те ми будемо робити все для того, щоб кожен громадянин України повернувся додому. Ми їх чекаємо, ми будемо їх вітати і, відповідно, продовжимо нашу роботу з російською стороною. Дякую.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, Minister. I will now stay. We thank our briefers. I will stay to answer some of your questions. Not much time, but let's try. Let's start. Yes. So, yes, of course, the Russian delegation has voiced a number of things which we deem unacceptable. We have a long experience of all kinds of talks with the Russians, believe me. Since 2014, there were many rounds. So I would say that the Ukrainian delegation knows well how to handle all of the things that might be voiced from that side. And the Ukrainian delegation handled it in a calm manner, basically outlining our principal position and still staying with our line. So yes, yes. Yeah. So I can say that we are grateful to Turkey, to President Erdogan, for presenting this opportunity, this platform for the peace effort. We value Turkish engagement and role as a facilitator, as a very serious force in this world that can really help bring an end to the war. So we are most grateful. As to further context, you heard the members of the delegation. They will be considered later. I will also emphasize that Minister of Foreign Affairs Andriy Sybiga, together with the head of the presidential office Andriy Yermak, and with Rustem Umerov, they met with their Turkish counterparts today, including Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan and the head of the intelligence organization Ibrahim Kalin, and they had a very substantive conversation, both about the Ukrainian-Turkish relations, but also about the peace efforts that we're trying to advance. Let's go to... Okay, Lemon. Yes? Yeah, again, I can reiterate. There were a number of issues. Look, I will leave it to history because still, these are negotiations. Probably it's not for me here to officially talk about the content to this extent that you want. I can again reiterate the general mood and the outcome and the outline of this conversation. That yes, there were a number of things that, of course, were unacceptable, but again, the Ukrainian delegation took it with a very calm posture, understanding that this is something that Russians usually voice, and we were keeping to our line. This is very important.
Can I follow up quickly on this?
Negotiations of Americans and Ukrainians. So the day before, actually, I think it was yesterday. Yes. Sorry, I mixed the Wait, I'm answering the previous question. Look, I understand your impatience, but people, just did it. So, there were Ukrainian-American contacts here, at least 3 of them. Meeting between Minister Sybiga, Secretary Rubio, and Special Representative Kellogg in Antalya. Then the meeting of advisors in the morning today, where there was Andriy Yermak, Sybiga, Umerov, and also Kellogg, General Kellogg, but also the trilateral with the Turkish side. So, I mean that all of this is well coordinated with the American side. We are in a good contact with them. We exchange views, we exchange positions, and we coordinate with the American side. And as far as I understand, the American side was already briefed by the Ukrainian side on the outcomes of the talks. Let's go briefly here. Я вже відповідав тільки що, я не можу розкривати зміст переговорів, це просто некоректно. Я ще раз можу повторити українською мовою тепер, що дійсно лунали низки вимог, які ми вважаємо неприйнятними. Ми до цього готувалися, українська делегація знала, що так буде, тому тримала дуже спокійний тон і спокійно захищала свою лінію, пояснювала, висловлювала свою позицію. І ми вважаємо, що українська делегація зробила це достатньо ефективно і результативно. So look, the Ukrainian delegation was sent here by President Zelensky with a clear agenda, which is number 1, ceasefire, full unconditional ceasefire. And I need to remind everyone that Ukraine agreed to such kind of a durable ceasefire back in March. We haven't received Russian yes on this basic point, so this was the priority issue for the Ukrainian delegation. This is logical because if you want to have serious negotiations, you need to have guns silent. This is logical, and all the peace, you are covering all the conflicts in the world, you all know that this is how it works. You first make guns silent and then you talk. So this was the point number 1. The Russian delegation probably has limited mandate because our delegation was ready to have a ceasefire agreed today. The Russian delegation was probably not in such a detail on the ceasefire, but I think this discussion about the ceasefire will continue, and we will continue to press for a ceasefire. As Foreign Deputy Minister Sergei Kislitsa said, there needs to be more pressure. We believe that as this process evolves, we need to see more pressure on Moscow to make them more willing to actually make some steps to advance serious peace process. And the second item of the agenda is, of course, the leaders' meeting, because even the ceasefire, even things like this, in Russia, only one person takes decisions. We all understand this. This is Putin. And of course, you need him to decide on the ceasefire and other big issues. That's why President Zelensky said openly that he is ready for a direct negotiation with Putin, Putin did not show up here, but this issue was still discussed because we understand that if we want to make progress, we need to have this meeting of leaders, including on the ceasefire. I'm answering the last one and I will go. There, yes. I just answered this. We are working, we're pressing for this, but we will see. It depends on the Russians. You need to ask the Russians about it. Yes.
What's your expectation on China's efforts for the ceasefire and peace talk? Because China and Brazil now recently has announced put forward a new announcement to support the peace talk. What's your view about this announcement?
Yes, so both China and Brazil consistently supported the idea of a ceasefire. They have been stating about this years and years before. And we would like to see their support now and their voice in their dialogue with Russia, because they have influence on Russia, to persuade them that the ceasefire, a full and durable ceasefire, not just a parade ceasefire or Easter ceasefire, a full, durable, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, we are ready for all of that. So we would like them to use their authoritative voice in their dialogue with Russia and persuade Russia. This is something that you need to start with, the peace process. Yeah? Yes,
just
yes.
to clarify, I know you don't want to say exactly what was demanded by Russia, but can you tell us at least if there were new demands that you'd never heard in previous talks, either by through a third party? Are they asking now for more than they have in the past in this negotiation today?
It's hard to tell, actually. I guess yes, but you would need to look at the exact. You need to compare. You need to put it together into lists, and then you will be able to compare. Because it's my feeling is that yes, it went even beyond what was previously voiced. Турецька сторона була присутня під час переговорів. Yeah. Look, I already answered this question. I know this is something of interest for many reporters here, but I cannot really go into the substance of the negotiations. This is incorrect from the diplomatic point of view. I can say that, yes, there were a number of demands on the Russian side, which were, in our view, unacceptable. The Ukrainian delegation handled it calmly, basically stating our line and our principled positions, and then bringing the discussion back to the points that are achievable, doable, and again, if we managed to agree on 1,000 for 1,000 exchange, we think this was already worth it, because we will make 1,000 Ukrainian families, in our view, we will make them happy. And this was already worth it, we think. This is a great achievement by the Ukrainian delegation. We need to give credit to the people whom you just listened, because in these difficult circumstances, they managed to reach this result. And this is a great result for Ukraine and everyone else. Thank you, media. I cannot stay longer, but I will stay in contact with you. Thank you.
Вот, и вот это, да, это ее?
Good job, man. Really appreciate it.